They said the border was only a few days away, but they never told him that a few days could mean a lifetime. He had no shoes, no map, and no idea where the border really was. Only hope and a promise he refused to break. This is his story. He was called Mateo, 19 years old, born in a village so small, even the maps forgot its name. When the drought came, it took everything, the crops, the animals, and then his father's will to live. Mateo's mother told him one thing before she fell sick. "Cross the border, my son, find work, and send something back." He looked down at his feet, cracked, dry, bare. Shoes were for those who could afford dreams. He had none left, except the road ahead. That night, he joined a small group, strangers moving like shadows through the desert. Some whispered prayers, some carried nothing but fear, and all of them were walking toward a border they had never seen. The first day felt easy. The sun was kind, and hope was louder than pain. By the third day, the desert began to show its truth. Heat shimmering like fire, every step slicing his feet open. The sand, once golden, now burned like coals. He tore pieces from his shirt to wrap around his feet, thin, useless protection. But he kept walking. Tell me something. Could you keep walking if every step felt like fire? Could you? For someone you love. Mateo did. At night, the desert turned cruel and cold. They lit no fires, afraid of being seen. They slept under the silence of the stars, counting the miles by the sound of wind. One by one, the group began to disappear, some turning back, some lost forever to the sand. Mateo walked on. He wasn't walking to a country. He was walking to a promise. On the seventh day, he met the stranger, an old man sitting alone near a dry stream. He had a stick, a water jug, and a calmness that didn't belong in that place. "Where are you headed, boy?" the old man asked. "North," Mateo said. "You know where that is?" "Where the sun goes down." The old man smiled. He handed Mateo half of his water, the last he had, then said, "Don't follow the lights. They'll lead you to soldiers. Follow the wind. It knows the way." Mateo nodded. The next morning, the old man was gone. Only footprints remained. He never knew if he was real or just a vision sent by mercy. By the 12th day, Mateo reached the river. It was wide, dark, and fast, the only thing separating him from freedom. He watched others cross, some swimming, some with ropes, some with prayers. He waited until the moon was high. Then, with trembling legs and torn feet, he stepped in. The water was cold, sharp against his wounds. Halfway across, he heard someone scream, a woman swept away by the current. He turned back to help, but a voice inside whispered, "If you stop now, it all ends here." He swam harder, fighting the pull of the river and the guilt in his heart. When he reached the other side, he collapsed. He didn't celebrate. He just cried, silently, because the border control lights were near. He woke up to a new sun. The air smelled different, cleaner somehow, unreal. He had crossed it, the invisible line everyone talked about. But freedom didn't look like he imagined. It was quiet, empty, and cold. He found others, tired faces hiding in bushes, whispering in languages he didn't know. No one smiled. No one spoke of victory. That night, he sat alone, holding a small photo of his mother. I made it, but it doesn't feel like I did. He started walking again, not knowing where to go, only that he couldn't stop now. A truck passed by. The driver slowed, looked at him, then drove away. Another one stopped, a young man who offered water and bread. He walked far, 300 miles, with no shoes, with hope. The driver didn't say another word. He just looked at Mateo like he'd seen something rare, something pure. Weeks passed. Mateo found small work, cleaning yards, carrying boxes, sending what little he could back home. He never complained, never asked for more. But deep inside, he realized something. The border wasn't just a line of land. It was a test of pain, of faith, of love. The border was inside every step he took, and maybe it was never meant to be seen, only crossed. We all have borders, don't we? Some we build, some we cross, and some we never come back from. Years later, Mateo's mother's house got a letter. No return address, just a folded bill and a note that said, "I made it, Mama. I'll come home when my feet heal." She never got another letter, but she smiled every time the wind blew through her door, because she believed her son was still walking, still crossing, still keeping his promise. If you're still here listening to Mateo's story, remember, not every border is made of walls and fences. Some are made of fear, doubt, and pain, and courage is crossing them anyway. If this story touched your heart, leave a comment below. Tell me, what border in your life are you trying to cross? And don't forget to subscribe for more real stories of courage, survival, and hope. This is Silent Crossings.